Welcome to the Jewish Agency for Israel and ILTV's October 7th commemoration event, in collaboration with Hadassah, the Women's Zionist Organization of America, and Magen David Adom. I'm Lidar Gravelazi, and I'm honored to host this special conference today as we mark 2 years since the October 7th massacre, a day that changed Israel and the Jewish people forever. Over the past 2 weeks, we recorded this special program to reflect on our loss and our resilience. But since then, we've received the incredible news that our hostages are coming home, a moment that fills our nation with hope even as we continue to heal from the deep wounds of these past 2 years. Today, we remember the victims, celebrate the return of our hostages, and pray for the recovery of all who were impacted. Through their courage and our unity, we remember, we rebuild, we rise. As we honor the fallen, support their families, and stand together for Israel's future, we invite you to join us in solidarity. But first, we begin with a special message from President Isaac Herzog, President of the State of Israel.
Dear friends, from the President's residence in Jerusalem, the beating heartline of the Jewish people, it means so much to me to join you as we gather together across landscapes and languages in sadness, but also with great hope, to mark 2 years since the tragedy of October 7th. Sisters and brothers, it is hard to believe that 2 years have passed since the earth ripped open beneath our feet. The brutal massacre on Simchat Torah, in which our loved ones, women and men, young and old, were butchered, raped, burnt alive and abducted, scarred our nation irreversibly. And in many ways, in the 24 months since, the layers of heartbreak have only deepened. Still now, our hostages are being held in Hamas dungeons. Still now, ongoing loss and grief reminds us constantly of the price and sacrifice of Jewish statehood. Still now, the upsurge of anti-Semitism and the shifts in the fundamental sense of safety, security, and belonging across the Jewish world shock us to the core. And clearly, the trail of sorrow that began with October 7th still impacts every part of our lives. We see this in our own reflections and in the faces all around us. But, dear friends, from deep within the cracks of our broken hearts, we've also uncovered some deep core truths about who we are. In Israel and throughout Jewish communities worldwide, we've been reminded over these 2 years of our shared purpose, our profound sense of mutual responsibility, and our deep connection to our shared story to one another. In the wake of the massacre, we all came forward and showed with our actions and our deeds and our words, Hinenu, we are here for Israel, in solidarity, philanthropy, advocacy, and love, especially for one another. And in this complicated reality, 2 years later, we are still leaning into our collective hope and faith that this reality of conflict is not the final word, that our deepest aspiration to live in peace and security with other moderate and peace-loving nations is possible, that Gaza does not need to be dominated by jihadi terror and extremism, and that a bright and prosperous future can await all of us, Israelis, Palestinians, and the entire region. So, dear friends, Achim ve'achayot, on behalf of the entire nation and state of Israel, I wish to thank all of you for nurturing the bonds that keep our people resilient and whole. I wish also to thank the Jewish Agency and ILTV for this very important gathering. May our hostages come back home immediately, every single one of them, and may we heal and rebuild, as in the words of the prophet Jeremiah, there is hope for your future. Am Israel Chai.